What should you do if you've been trying to learn a language for a long time, but you're still really bad? Stop caring. Seriously, that's the secret. Now, I don't mean you should ever stop trying to get better. There's always room to improve. But you should stop worrying about how bad you speak, because that is what's holding you back. As a language coach, I come into contact with a lot of people who are learning English, French, and Spanish. And every language learner judges their own abilities a little differently. So before we go any further with this video, take a second to give yourself a rating in your target language on a scale of 1 to 10. Most people tend to severely underestimate how well they speak. Like, I'll get a message from a student saying, "Hey, I want to learn Spanish, but I'm an absolute beginner and I don't know very much." Then we'll do our first lesson together and we can hold an entire conversation entirely in Spanish. And I'm like, okay, so why did you tell me you don't know any Spanish? Trust me, if you're learning a language, chances are pretty high you can actually speak that language better than you expect. And I think the reason that there are so few people who actually overestimate their language abilities is because in cases where someone thinks they speak better than they actually do, their confidence makes up for their lack of ability. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. So no matter how much experience you have with the language, whatever rating you gave yourself on that scale of 1 to 10 is probably pretty accurate in regards to your ability to actually communicate in the language. So as crazy as this sounds, the easiest way to move up in this scale is just to believe you've already moved up in the scale. And this is not just some psychological placebo trick. It actually makes complete logical sense. If you go into a conversation expecting to do well and not getting distracted by little grammar mistakes, you're gonna do much better in that conversation than if you go in apologizing up front and hyper aware of everything you say wrong. Seriously, there have been so many times where I meet someone who seems to have decently good English. They might struggle a little bit to express what they want to say, but it never gets in the way of us having a perfectly normal interaction in English. And then halfway through the conversation, they run into a word that they don't know. And they don't make a big deal about it. They just use a synonym or a word that's close enough and keep going with the conversation. But I do find it a little bit odd because it's a word that's pretty easy that any first-year beginner English student would know. And then I realize, I've been fooled again. This person's English is actually a lot lower than I thought. But I didn't even realize it because their boldness makes up the difference. And there's a number of specific steps you should take if you want to become a bold language learner. And I explain exactly what you should do in this video here. So check that out and then go into the world and boldly learn that language.